Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm not doing a Minecraft mod showcase, I'm actually showcasing the new snapshots for Minecraft. So this snapshot is 20W45A and is the first Java snapshot for the Caves and Cliffs update. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first thing I'm going to showcase is the Amethyst Geodes. The Amethyst Geodes are currently spawning all throughout the world and they're quite common and they are made up of they're made up mainly of 4 different blocks: the amethyst block, the budding amethyst block, the castlite block, and the turf block. So all of these blocks spawn in the geode. I'll show you a naturally spawning one just down here. So you can see here, this is what they look like in spectator mode. But if I just go in down here, you can see that these are the spherical structures, with the middle of them are filled with the amethyst blocks and the budding amethyst blocks. And then in the middle layer between behind the amethyst blocks is this calcite block, which looks really nice. It's kind of like a marbly looking block. And behind that, the outer layer is this tough block. So if I just go back up here, I can tell you more about these blocks. So the amethyst blocks, the way you get them is either by mining them, or you can craft them with these amethyst shards. The amethyst shards are gotten by mining the amethyst clusters, which are grown on the budding amethysts. So when a budding amethyst is placed down, if it's got any water or air block next to it, it will try to grow a small amethyst bud that looks like this. And if you give it a while, it's got 4 different stages. Starts with this small one, then this medium one, then the large one, and then finally to this amethyst cluster. And if you go into survival and go select here, survival mode, and if you get a pickaxe that is iron or anything above iron, and if you use mine a crystal, you will get 4 amethyst shards. If you have fortune though, you will get more. So if I just go back into creative mode, and then I can show you some of the features of these clusters. So if I turn it to nighttime here, you can see that the amethyst clusters actually produce light. The older the clusters are, the more light they'll produce. So the little tiny small ones will produce a very small amount of light, and these larger ones will produce a bit more light. So if I just turn it back to day. Anyway, so you can see here we've got some more clusters growing here. Anyway, so these shards have more uses than just crafting the blocks. They can also just craft a tinted glass. So the tinted glass is quite special. It's a special kind of glass that doesn't let light through, but you can see through. So you can see here, if I turn it to night again, you can see that there's lava in here with the tinted glass in front of it, and no light's coming through. But if I break the tinted glass, you can see light comes out. So that's pretty cool. It's a new unique block into Minecraft. But the amethyst shards also have one other use currently, and it's to make the spyglass. The spyglass is basically a vanilla Minecraft zoom. You can see if I hold right click on the spyglass, it has this little circular outline and a little area in that you can see, and it will zoom into whatever your cursor is looking at. So you can zoom into the witch, and it zooms in quite a lot. You can see the witch over in the distance here, and it's quite small and hard to see. If I zoom in, you can see all its details very nicely. Anyway, so the way you craft the spyglass is with 1 amethyst shard and 2 copper, which is a new ore added in this snapshot. So the copper looks like this. It spawns underground, and when you smelt it up, it makes this nice looking copper ingot. This copper ingot can be used to craft multiple things, like the spyglass, but can also craft these blocks. So copper blocks have a unique feature where they actually oxidize and go like this darker green color. So if you place a copper block down, and if you wait like 50 to 82 days, the copper will go from this stage to this lightly weathered copper block. And if you wait another 50 to 82 days, it'll go to this semi-weathered block. And if you wait another 82 days, it will go to this weathered copper block. So don't forget, all this stuff has chances of changing, because this is only a snapshot. None of this is final. So yeah, I think that 82 days is a little too long. But anyway, but if you say you want to keep this semi-weathered block for your building, but you don't want it to change into this weathered copper block, well, the solution to that actually is added by these other blocks that look identical to the normal blocks, and it's called waxed versions. So there's the 3 different waxed versions: the waxed copper, waxed lightly weathered copper, and the semi-waxed copper. And if you craft them with beeswax, and if you place them down, they won't change color. They'll stay their state forever, which is good if you want to build out of these blocks. You don't want them to change. You can also craft these copper blocks and also their waxed variants, so they can all change their oxidization states. And then you can also make copper slabs and stairs. Both of them have waxed and non-waxed variants. Anyway, the copper can also be used to make this lightning rod. The lightning rod will attract any lightning during thunderstorms and stop it setting your builds under fire. So if I just press this button to summon some lightning, it strikes the lightning bolt, and you can see here that it actually lights up this lantern and gives off a redstone signal. So that could be used for some really cool redstone contraptions that detect lightning and then do something fancy. Sure, you can use it for lots of things. Anyway, so the next thing in the snapshot is that it adds the ability for you to fill up a cauldron with lava. And I've just noticed a bug. I can't middle click this cauldron, which is a bit strange. But yeah, so you can fill up this cauldron with lava. And if I just go get some lava, you can see here, you can fill up just by right clicking a bucket. And this will give off a comparator. When you place a comparator next to this, it will give us a redstone signal of 1. Anyway, next feature is a feature from the Bedrock version of Java, not Java, the Bedrock version of Minecraft, and that's actually placing rails underwater, which is quite a cool feature. And I've always wanted this because I've seen it in the Bedrock versions, and it looks really cool. So you can see that you can have any kind of rails. You can have the normal, the powered rails, the detector rails, and the other rail, which I can't remember the name of. But anyway, so you can have those all underwater, and you can have minecarts run through them, obviously. But when they go into the water, they will slow down and lose a lot of speed. Anyway, so next is one of my favorite features in the snapshot, which is the candles. These candles are really cool. So they look like sea pickles a bit, but they don't need to be in water, and you need to actually light them with a flint and steel. So there are 17 variants of candles. There's all of the 16 colors, but there's also the plain color, which is a nice, like, waxy, creamy kind of color. And these candles can be placed like sea pickles, so you can place 1 down, or if you keep right-clicking with candle, it goes to 2, 3, then 4, and you just light them simply with a flint and steel. So if I just go get my flint and steel and right-click the candles, they will light up. And I can actually change it to nighttime so you can see how much they light up. So you can see they're quite bright. So obviously the singular ones, they're not nearly as bright, but the ones with 4 candles, they're much brighter. Anyway, so I'll just turn it back to daytime. And so next, the final thing in this snapshot is this, the bundle. The bundle is kind of like a little mini backpack thing, and it can store multiple different item stacks. So say I've got a whole load of different candles. Wait, let me just empty my inventory. So say I've got a whole lot of different candles, and then I want to store them all, but obviously I don't want them taking up all my inventory slots. So if I just get my bundle and right-click the candles, you can see that the bag's now got this full texture, and little bars appearing under it. If I hover over it now, it says bundle, and under it's like a shulker box showing all the items inside of it. So this will store up to a stack of items of different types. And so if I just right click it, you can see that all the candles come out and it's now an empty bundle. So it's quite a cool feature, really good for inventory management, especially since the adding lots of new blocks to the snapshots. So anyway, that's it for this video. There are other bugs and fixes that they've added. I'll leave a link to the Minecraft page where you can see all the information on this snapshot. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you later.